Kia ora everyone, welcome to this soft-spoken version of our back tracing session with Elizabeth. In this session I will be using my favorite back tracing tools, just like those that I'm using now. They are two pointed metal sticks. One of them is a bookmark and the other one is a hairpin, but they have been one of our favorite ASMR triggers, and not only you like them, but Elizabeth loves them too. That's always her favorite trigger when I use those metal tools. We'll be having two lots of those tracing sessions and a hair braid as well, so then you can also watch me using an eyebrows brush on her neck and back as well. Also, in this video I wanted to dedicate some time to positive and encouraging messages. Especially we will talk about dreams and plans. You might be hearing some raindrops and just rain noise on the background, because right now I'm recording this soft-spoken narration. It rains, and I have this ceramic tile roof, and the sound is quite muffled, but it's still, I think, calming, and I hope it will be calming for you too, combined with my voice and with the visual triggers. We have completely opposite seasons here in New Zealand, and now we just entered summer. However, of course, during the day it's sunshine, but sometimes at night we get rains. It also rained quite heavily on Sunday. And before the rain, I was working in my garden, cleaning the garden beds from weeds. And when the rain started, I came back home and started working on my book. It was so nice. One of the best moments, I think, when you do what you enjoy the most and nothing is disturbing you and the weather is helping you. So now, while I comb Elizabeth's hair with this wooden comb, I want to talk a little bit about our dreams and our goals. And let's together work on accomplishing some of those goals on energetic level that will help you to accomplish them in real life. I will now be braiding Elizabeth's hair because I want to gather it so then I can access the neck area or the eyebrows brush as I promised. And while I braid and while you watch the strands of the hair crossing, I want you to think of a goal or a dream that you have. But for this exercise, just for now, I encourage you to choose something that you believe in and that you think actually quite a real opportunity. It's not something unrealistic. It may sound unrealistic for others, but it doesn't matter. Pick something that you believe could happen, and this is the easiest goals you can work on and learn how to achieve them and aid their achievement. Once you have this goal in mind, I think you clearly understand the outcome of this goal. You know what is going to happen when you achieve it. And if you haven't imagined that before, just try to think about how your life is going to change when this goal is accomplished. So you can think about just immediately after accomplishing this goal, or in a few weeks or months. So when you understand what's going to happen, you should be able to imagine it clearly. And sometimes we call it a slide. So it's like a PowerPoint presentation when you create different slides. And so this is one of your slides for your specific goal. It doesn't have to be static. It can move as every PowerPoint presentation slides. They can be animated, they can have a video. But this slide is dedicated to that goal that you want to achieve. Look at that slide and have a look at how your life is going to change when this goal is achieved. Where are you? What are you doing? Who is around you? But most importantly, how do you feel? And I think the most common feeling for accomplishing a goal is joy and happiness. Especially just right after you've achieved what you wanted, there should be this sense of victory, sense of relief. You've done it. You don't have to do anything else for that to happen. It's already achieved. It's there for you. And you feel this happiness and joy and serenity. And this feeling, you need to be able to experience it before your goal is achieved. And of course, sometimes it's very difficult. But by practicing, you can master it. And I think for many women who have cycle still, there are some days in the cycle where we feel inspired and we feel like we can do whatever. Anything is achievable, and maybe not all women can have those spikes in the cycle, but those who can, you can use those days to imagine that happiness and then see how it feels, notice it, and then use that feeling, trigger that feeling in yourself when you are over that period in your cycle, so you can still able to feel it deep inside you. And for those of you who just recently achieved something, or maybe something amazing happened, you remember that feeling, you notice it, and you remember it, and then every time you need it for something else, you just remind yourself how you felt. Your body should be able to replicate that even without an event. This is the beautiful thing about our brain. It can replicate any feeling you've ever experienced without the trigger of that experience. And isn't it amazing? But most of the time we use it for fear. And it's out of our control, unfortunately, because the fear is that ancient feeling that is engraved in our ancient brain. But we don't have to use it only for fear. We trick our body all the time to feel fear when there is no actual threat. So now we need to train our body to feel happiness or joy when there is no actual trigger for that. And it might seem silly at first, but think about it. Wouldn't it be amazing to experience happiness when you want it without needing to get something for it? I think it will be amazing. And you can do it. You can train your brain to do it for you. But then the other important thing in achieving your goal is, of course, make steps towards it. So you don't just wait for it to happen, although sometimes it can be a good strategy too, if it is intentional, if you know what you're doing. But in many cases we also need to do actions, and don't focus too much on what we need to do to achieve that slide that we just created. Because how to achieve that slide is the task of the universe, and you just need to follow along. Every opportunity that comes to you, you just need to take it. It's like with those old anecdotes about a lotto ticket. Remember how this guy was asking the god to win a lotto, and then he died, and he asked the god, I believed in you, why didn't you let me win the lotto? Not even once. And the god told him that, well, you haven't even bought a lotto ticket. So, of course, you can rely on the universe or on the higher spirits or gods, and we all have our own, but you need to do actions for those events to come forward and to come towards you for your benefit. If you're just sitting at home, it might not happen or happen in many, many years, and maybe you won't even need it in so many years away. And when you do different actions towards your goal, when you take the steps, make sure that you do them perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfect for someone, but perfect for you. And when you do them, you always tell yourself that I'm doing the best action right now. I am performing it the best possible way. And this will help you to make those actions very successful. But do visit that slide quite often, if it's still relevant. Remind yourself about your goal and that amazing happiness that you are going to experience when you achieve it. So easy, but also so complex. In any ways, I believe you can achieve that. And I know that you deserve the best. Don't settle for anything else. It's your life and you live it only once. So go and grab your opportunities. But to do this, you need to have lots of energy. So now, close your eyes and have a good, deep